For Emilia-Romagna GP, Mercedes prepared some upgrades. Unfortunately, the racing weekend was cancelled due to severe flooding in the region caused by heavy rain in northern Italy. So, the first opportunity to test the upgrades was Monaco GP. Although there are some conclusions about the changes on W14, the complete picture is expected to be seen at the Spanish GP, scheduled for June 2nd to June 4th. While we are waiting for the racing weekend in Barcelona, let's take a closer look at impressions from Monte Carlo. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. At the beginning of the season, Mercedes didn't hide that the team was not satisfied with the car's performance. Toto Wolff admitted that the design was wrong and announced the upgrades during the season. The team was ready to make an effort to improve as much as possible by the end of the season. Finally, the zero side pod concept that turned out to be a mistake is abandoned. Now Mercedes cars' side pods look similar to the ones of other teams. The front suspension and the floor of the W14 have been changed too. The goal is better aerodynamic performance. At this stage, that is probably everything that the team could do, because more radical changes would demand a huge re-engineering job impossible to be done in the mid-season when a lot of money has been already spent. Although the slow street circuit in Monte Carlo is not the best one for testing the upgrades, Mercedes didn't want to delay further after the race at Imola had been cancelled. Mercedes is not inclined to explore their new design in the direction of accommodating the bumps and camber of Monte Carlo street circuit, which prioritizes maximum downforce over drag and necessitates a compromise setup with a higher ride height. That's why everyone is looking forward to Barcelona to see how the changes on W14 really work. But until we wait, let's see what we learned from the Monaco GP. After the Friday free practices, Toto Wolff said that there were no negative signs. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell were quite satisfied too. Hamilton said there was an improvement in the certain area, but he didn't want to reveal which one. Russell stated that there were definitely some positive improvements. Mercedes drivers started the race for Monaco GP from P6 and P8. Not the ideal positions, especially on a track where overtaking is hard, but both Hamilton and Russell gained the positions in the race they finished on P4 and P5. Hamilton was satisfied with the result. The seven-time world champion mentioned that the car felt very still and that there were a lot of bumps, but since it's difficult to make conclusions on tracks such as Monte Carlo, he's looking forward to Barcelona, where he expects to learn more about the new package. In Miami, the Briton said he was counting the days until the upgrades. He was very excited about the changes and expected improvements. Although he was cautious with conclusions in Monaco, as well as everyone else, he believes that the team knows exactly where to go, which is a much better feeling compared to last year when they were a bit lost and unsure how to fix the problems. For now, knowing which direction is the right one is enough. That's exactly what Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Shovlin wanted. Russell, on the other hand, was disappointed after the race in Monaco, but with himself, not the upgrades. His own mistake cost him a podium finish. He also waits for Barcelona to see how the upgraded car works, but no matter what happens in Spain, Russell believes it would be interesting moving forward from there. Wolff was also encouraged by the performances in Monaco. He described the car as less bad and said that the team made a step forward compared to last year's car. It doesn't sound like significant encouragement, but that's the way Mercedes boss shares his thoughts with the public. He wasn't too optimistic even when Mercedes was a dominant team on the grid no one else could compete with. So everyone is cautiously optimistic. The team saw some good signs, but no one can say that the improvements are significant, which is understandable. No one even expected to learn a lot from Monaco. Mercedes probably just wanted to get any clue about the changes. According to team members' impressions, they got it and they at least know they didn't make a mistake with the upgrades. They don't dare to expect a huge step forward, but believing that things will get better is not unrealistic. Of course, fighting with Red Bull is not an option, but if everything is going in the right direction, Mercedes can compete with Aston Martin and Ferrari, which was the goal for this year when the team realized that the car design was wrong and started to work on the ideas for the upgrades. Currently, Mercedes is only 1 point behind Aston Martin, which holds second place in constructors' standings. If they achieve this year's goals, they will have a solid base for making a championship-fighting car for the 2024 F1 season. The upgrades announced for Emilia-Romagna GP but seen in Monte Carlo were long awaited. We can say we were waiting for some changes on the Mercedes W14 since the beginning of the season because Toto Wolff said after the first race that they started to work on new ideas. Now that they are finally here, and the team is optimistic, although aware that significant improvement may take time and cautious with conclusions, we can't wait to see the battle for the second best team of 2023, because they are also confident they are moving in the right direction. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula One news. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.